problem in major metro cities. Year after year, administrations make promises, and these promises actually don't materialize on the ground. Every year, after rains and during rains, we see this problem, which causes a lot of inconvenience to people. Talk about the Mumbai, when the BMC came 5 months before it has covered 40,000, and they continue to work on war footing to ensure that the issue of potholes do not exist. There are tall claims made, but on the ground, the reality is absolutely different. We are also going to talk to our colleagues in different parts and different cities to tell us problems that they face. But before that, I'm at Mumbai's Kandivali suburb, and right behind me is this road, which is literally inaccessible due to, of course, the many potholes that it is covered with. Now, the problem is every year, whenever there is rain, Mumbai sees these potholes refilling, but not much is done to ensure problem is ended for good. Now, many a times these contractors claim that they are filling the potholes, but if you can see right behind me, the pothole is covered with paver blocks, which is like a temporary solution and does not provide a complete permanent solution. Mumbai mayor also recently visited several parts of Mumbai to ensure that this problem is taken care of. She had a surprise visit and really kind of called out those contractors and administrations there to ensure that they kind of work towards it. And after which the BMC started this entire drive on war footing to ensure that in coming 2 3 weeks, pothole problem in Mumbai is put to rest. But this is a problem Mumbai faces every year, and there is no respite from that. Yes, there is respite from rain today, uh, but the pothole problems remain, and it is a serious one because it not only causes a lot of inconvenience to people, but in some cases there are serious injuries, serious accidents, and deaths also. And that is why Mumbai constantly, citizens and other platforms keep on raising this issue of potholes. There are tall claims made by the administration, by the BMC, but on the ground, the situation is pretty much similar. What we can say is that hundreds and hundreds of crores are spent in this kind of road repair and especially the pothole repair, not only in Mumbai but also in the metropolitan region. But it doesn't really bear any fruit and is not seen on the ground as far as people are concerned. Citizens are not only forced to wade through waters during rains, but the pothole issue is really serious as it really causes complete inconvenience to them time and again. And despite of airing their grievances, not much is done. There are several questions that come out in a sense, whether the administration is going in the right way. They have come up with certain strategies at this point. They will be trying to concretize most of the roads in Mumbai and ensure that there is a permanent solution to these potholes. That is what something they promise at this point. But on the ground, year after year, we see that even even couple of days of heavy to very heavy rainfall in Mumbai, and you see these potholes emerging, causing a lot of inconvenience and absolutely dangerous at times when there are heavy showers, and in the times when streets like these have little light for those on their vehicles, and especially the bikers who are at great risk with these potholes because it completely disappears and you can't spot it, and that kind of causes a lot of trouble. Uh, Also, from what I know and understand is this is not a problem of Mumbai, but Mumbai BMC is the richest municipal corporation, and in spite of spending crores and crores of rupees every year, this problem seems to persist. But now I'd like to toss to my colleague Revati, who'll shed some light and tell us is the situation similar in her city?
Thanks, Mihir. Yes, the situation seems pretty similar in Bengaluru as well. Time and again, there are deadlines set by the authorities, and time and again, you see these potholes coming up on roads across the city every now and then. There's rain, situation gets worse. Then there's the filling of these potholes that's done shoddily, and then you see, driving or riding on these roads becoming, impossible, almost impossible. I'm standing at Double Road near Shantinagar in Bengaluru, where I'll show you quickly what the condition of this particular road is. Just some mud and stones that are put here to try and cover that particular pothole or the bad road there. The entire road, the entire stretch, you can see the kind of work that's gone on to building this particular road. There are patchwork here and there, uneven road. All bikes or cars that go along this path have to try and avoid this particular spot. Now, this is the cause of accidents in most cases. Most accidents that is associated with a pothole related incident, because there is a pothole on the road and bikers try to avoid this. That leads to losing of control, falling off the road, getting, going under a bus, and that ends in the death of several lives. In fact, two such incidents just this month that were reported. First was the death of a physically challenged man who was on his two-wheeler. There was a pothole. He crashed into it, died on the spot. Few days later, 25-year-old man purportedly seems to have tried to avoid a pothole, lost control, fell under the wheels of a bus, and died. That life cut short at just 25 years old. Now, after that, the authorities have woken up. There was a special meeting that was held yesterday, headed by Revenue Minister R. Ashok, BBMP Commissioner Mr. Gaurav Gupta as well. And now they've set a new deadline. In the next 30 days, in a phased manner, all the potholes across the city would be covered, what they are guaranteeing. Now, this means that there are about 400 kilometers of road in just the city that are in a dilapidated condition. There are about 200 kilometers stretch of road which has potholes. So the main roads will all be rectified in the next 10 days, and then the ward level roads will be rectified post that in another 10 days is what the authorities guarantee. But the biggest problem as far as Bengaluru is concerned is that there is no coordination between the different agencies. The Brihad Bengaluru Mahanagara the civic body, which has filled all these potholes, repaired the roads. Then comes the BWSSB, the Water Supply and Sewage Board. They would have dug it up. Then the BESCOM, the Electricity Board, that agency would do it. There is no coordination between these agencies. So one agency digs it up, the other one covers, then somebody else comes and digs it up again. That is the continuous ongoing scenario in Bengaluru city that has been there for decades now, and the officials are only setting deadlines time and again and violating it time and again. But on the ground, situation is this, that you don't get to ride smoothly or drive smoothly on these roads in the city, except if you are in the center of the city, say in places like Vidhan Sauda, where all the government officials, the MLAs, ministers are seated, or if you are around the residence of MLAs or ministers. All of these roads are in perfect condition throughout the year. But you step outside, go to the areas where the common man lives, this is the situation that you see across Bengaluru. Now, that's as far as Bengaluru's scenario is concerned. I'll talk to Swastika from Hyderabad, who will get us a report from there. Swastika, what is it like in Hyderabad?
ಹೈದರಾಬಾದ್ ಕಟ್ಟ ಇದೆ ಅದೇನೋ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗಿದೆ
Revati, it appears that we are having some issues with Swastika in terms of the connection. Uh,
I believe activist Sai Teja is also joining us on the show. Mr. Sai Teja, could you shed some light on what the situation like in Hyderabad? Are the authorities listening at all? Are the roads good enough? Are they motorable? Do people have, a smooth ride back and to from their office or wherever they have to go?
So, first of all, thank you for inviting to me this show. Actually, I am coming on the way from Hyderabad to Nizamabad, but it was very raining here, so I could not able to get out from the car. But I can show the situation of the roads are very pathetic here. So you can see that condition of the roads are very bad. So till now, after formation of Telangana state, since from 2014 to January 2021, the civic officials have spent 83 crores 56 lakhs 1,154 rupees on the pothole fixing. But where that all amount goes in? And second point, there is a GO which was being issued in the year 2003, GO number 94, which clearly says that liability of the roads is with the contractors for 2 years. But why the bloody hell the officials are giving money again and again to for the contractors to increase them revenue? Like there is a liability period within the 2 years of the span. If the roads get damaged, the contractor need to held responsible and he need to fix the road. That is the condition which was been there in the GO, which was been there in 2003 itself. I confirmed the GO applicability from GHMC latest in the year 2020 December. They have clearly told the rule is still in applicable. But again and again we can see that they are paying the money for the potholes repairs from their government money, but the money comes from the public who are paying taxes. So that's the sad state of affairs. And if I say that in an average in Hyderabad, 800 accidents are being happening per year. Let's say average. Out of that, 400 accidents are being happening only because of the bad road illumination and potholes. These are the killers actually. So as an activist and as a being a responsible citizen, I also fell down because of this pothole. So I, along with my troop, we are doing the activities like cleaning up the roads where loose gravel is there, where officials are turning out blind eye even after multiple complaints, and like majorly sand is accumulated on the roads. So we have cleared that recently. 2 days ago, we have taken up activity and we have cleared, and we are doing all such kind of things. If you look at it in many places, after people dying, the people will come and say that we will give this excretia. In 2019, in Charminar police station, a complaint also has been filed by one of the colleagues saying that due to the pothole, he was being fell down from the bike. Under section 336 of IPC, the case has been registered on the concerned road engineer. There is a provision, but citizens need to understand that, and they should come forward and do complaints to the officials. And when they don't fix it, we can also, there's a provision to go to National Human Rights Commission, because that is our right, where the road is our primary responsibility. We are paying tax, we are paying
All
toll,
right.
everything we are paying, but we don't get better facilities. So that's all
Okay.
about to say.
Okay. So, so you're saying that the situation hasn't changed at all in spite of the several, different complaints or the petitions that you have been filing. The officials are doing what they are, what their best are doing, ignoring these issues.
Yeah. So like they are not doing the, they are not turning the blind eyes. And also every year they will say that they are releasing the money for pothole fixing. If they take a proper contractor held responsibility liability, there is no need to pay the money for the contractors as well. And when they are laying the road, the quality is very poor. So that's why we
Okay.
can get, when some water is accumulated, the pothole will be formed. So that is the main reasons. And when complained, they will are turning a blind eye, and hearing of the officials are not good actually.
I believe Swastika has joined us. Can you join me, Swastika? No, I believe we still have a problem with that connection. So, so it seems like the situation is pretty similar across cities. It's just the cities names that are different, but on the ground, the situation is the same. Official apathy and not really being responsible or held accountable for the issues that common citizens are facing on the ground. I talked back to Mihir for one last time so that he can wrap up with the insights from the perspectives that we have from different parts.
Absolutely. So it's the same story in every city. people clearly are having no respite from the potholes. It's a bright and sunny day in Mumbai today, but when it comes to taking a trip on the road in your cars, you have to be very careful, and that is the kind of problem that this maximum city faces year after year. In spite of being, a very, very rich kind of corporation, not much is done as far as this problem of potholes is concerned. Uh, Having said that, if you go to the highways at this point, yes, Mumbai has seen heavy to very heavy showers in last couple of months, in fact, constantly. Uh, and that has caused a lot of potholes on the highways. But the administration and the BMC has been very proactive on ensuring that the highways are not impacted the way they used to earlier. So there is some amount of work that is being done on the ground level, but clearly it is not enough. Yes, they claim that they have filled potholes as many as 40,000, and they are continuing that effort on a war footing. But it's roads like these that you see in every nook and corner of Mumbai that are completely covered with potholes. In fact, this is less of a road and more of a pothole kind of a scenario, and that is something Mumbaikars keep on complaining about every year, and that needs to stop. Certain measures are being taken. We'll have to wait and watch if not this year, then next year, Mumbai can see a pothole-free monsoon, so to say. So with that, I would like to thank my colleagues to join us and our guests for this special broadcast. And that's all from Mumbai and across India.
यो बेटनी मरद होगा म्हणता है अच्छा क्या चक्का अच्छा है 30 जागे